We're going to show you new customer approvals and sales order approvals. We're also going to show you manufacturing order approvals and then attaching a proof of delivery to shipments. For the new customer approval, we're going to create a new customer, and the workflow rules are being set such that if the price list for the new customer is in Asia, then Terence is set as the approver. If the price list is for USA or Europe, then Anne approves. But for all other price lists, both Terence and Anne need to approve in sequence. Over to you, Terence.
For our first TeamWork workflow, let's start with a very simple one. Under the extender module workflow rules, let me show you the setup for customer approval, for a new customer approval. So you can see here that under the what section, we have 3 different scenarios wherein any customer with a price list that belongs to in Asia, it falls under the approval of Terence. So you can see under the fields of the customer master, we are using at this point the price list codes. And as long as the value is China or Japan, then it would be under Terence. If the customer is using a price list code of USA or UK, then it would fall under Anne to approve, and anything else would fall under the approval of both Terence and Anne. So this is just a very simple setup for the workflow rules. And with that, let us now go into the customer master of Sage. So this is now opening AR customer. And I'll just use customer 1400 as my template. So let's now create a new customer called 1430. Let's just call it new TeamWork customer. And of course, what we are now looking at is the price list code. So this customer is using WHS as the price list code. Based on our rules, this would fall under the approval of both Anne and Terence. So at this point, I would create this new record. And you can see that automatically TeamWork is triggered in the background. This is now marked for approval by both Anne and Terence. Temporarily, the customer has been set to inactive. If we just refresh, you would see here that for this new customer, using the ORCID note functionality, I can see here information as to its status, who needs to approve it, and who needs to approve it first. So at this point, it's Terence. Let's now go to my mobile phone. And at this point, you can see that I have logged in as Terence on my phone. Under the chat functionality, I have here an automatic notification that I need to approve this customer. So you can see 1430, new customer for TeamWork. I can also see who needs to approve it, and I need to approve it first. So before approval, of course, typically what happens is you would send communication. What is this for? Whoever is requesting it, maybe I want to include Anne in the conversation. Do you know this customer? So something like this. Notice as well that in AC Chat, under TeamWork, we also have custom queries. So based just on SQL scripts, we could create a query that maybe is calling out information about the customer's address, or maybe I want to see who the customer contact is. So all of this information within the item master can actually be accessed by the approver. Eventually, let's say I'm okay with this customer, I would then trigger an approval. So maybe this is okay, and then click on approve. So this is the first level approver, Terence, who is doing approval for this record. And you can see it is now approved. And now it is for approval by the second level user, who is Anne. If we go back to Sage, just refresh the record, I would see here that for customer 1430, this were the communication coming from Terence. Terence has already approved, and now it's pending for approval by Anne. At this point, it is still inactive. So let's now go to my Windows UWP app, wherein I am logged in as Anne. And under the chat, I can see the same notification. This is now the discussion about this record. I can see custom inquiries as well. And then, of course, I can go back and forth, ask more questions. But eventually, let's say we approve this request. So I would confirm approval. And this is now essentially approving the customer. So this is just a quick example of how teamwork can be used to do multiple level of approval. So at this point, it's already approved. And again, if we go back to Sage, just refresh the record, and we would see here that at this point, the customer has already been released. It's active, and approval was obtained from both Anne and Terence.